Hey, this is Daniel from Adorama. I'm here with the new Sony a7R II. This has been a highly anticipated upgrade to the a7R. So for those of you who use the a7R, you know it's a great camera for stills and it also shoots video. Same here, but with some important upgrades. This is 42.4 megapixels, 5-axis image stabilization, and 399 focus points. And for those of you who love to shoot video, this shoots 4K internally on a full frame sensor. If you're watching this on YouTube, we uploaded this video in full resolution, so if you click right there, you can watch it in 4K. So in the past with the A7 cameras, we've attached external recorders to them to get 4K, which still makes for a really tiny package. But imagine having just this and shooting 4K on location. Also, this camera has a 5-axis image stabilizer. That means if I'm holding the camera out here, it's almost like having a tripod. Now this isn't going to replace a Steadicam for tracking somebody, but when you're trying to move around and be mobile and get great shots, you can probably leave the tripod at home for some stuff. One thing I really love about mirrorless cameras, especially these Sony mirrorless cameras, is there's tons of lenses you can mount on it with adapters. And Sony has an SLR series. This is a lens for that series. So this is a beautiful Zeiss 135 lens. I took this to the studio and shot all kinds of shots. Really, really beautiful lens. And with this adapter, it works just like it was made to mount on this camera. Of course, the E-series lenses are very small, so if you need small compact lenses, or if you have lenses from other manufacturers. Like I have tons of Leica lenses for my regular camera. When I mounted those lenses on this camera, it worked great. So for still shooters, 42.4 megapixels makes this a great camera for all kinds of applications. Fashion, beauty, weddings, that kind of stuff. It has 399 focus points, which makes the autofocus really, really fast, and you can shoot up to 5 frames per second. I will say this, the battery in this is very small to keep the package down, but Sony does give you 2 batteries. So if you're running around and you're not going to use the Wi-Fi functionality to your phone, then I would turn off the airplane mode to make it last longer. So the a7R II has the same ISO range as the a7R, but with a different sensor, it's going to give you a little bit better quality in low light, less noise. If you're looking for a really good low light camera, you probably want to stick with the a7S, although with much fewer megapixels. So this camera can shoot 4K internally, as I said. You can shoot that at either 30 frames or 24 frames. You can also shoot full HD in 60 frames and 120 frames in 720. So this camera uses the XAVC-S compression, which is a great compression, but you also have the option for AVC HD or MPEG-4. To get the most dynamic range out of the camera, you could shoot an S-Log2. As well, you can put in picture profiles. As I said, this is a full frame camera, which is great if you want that really shallow depth of field in your video, or if you're a stills photographer and you're used to that. And if you're a filmmaker and you really love the Super 35 format, you can crop in on the sensor and shoot like that. So I'd like to thank Sony for letting us use the a7R II. It was really fun to use. We got a lot of great shots out of it. For filmmakers, if you need 4K in a tiny little package, this camera might be for you. For stills photographers, if you need a lot of megapixels, this has a ton of uses. So I think this is a great camera for many different applications. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe to Adorama TV, and I'll see you next time.